What happens when doctors can't find the answers, and every diagnosis seems to shift like sand beneath your feet? That's the story of Erin Bates Paine, a beloved daughter from the famous Bates family, a wife, a mother, and a woman whose health struggles have shaken her fans and her family alike. Many know Erin from bringing Up Bates, the hit reality series that pulled back the curtain on life inside a large, faith-filled family. Erin stood out with her musical talent, her warmth, and her joyful spirit. But behind the spotlight, she was also carrying a heavy burden, one that not even the cameras could fully capture. Her journey has been marked by uncertainty, late-night prayers, and endless medical appointments. Every step forward seemed to come with new questions. And for her parents, Gil and Kelly Jo Bates, watching their daughter go through these health battles was heartbreaking. They had seen Erin grow from a bright-eyed little girl into a resilient woman, yet nothing could prepare them for the twists and turns of her medical story. This is more than a story about illness. It's about perseverance, the power of faith, and the fear of not knowing what tomorrow may bring. The first signs of Erin Bates' health struggles came quietly, almost too subtle to notice at first. What began as small, nagging issues, fatigue that wouldn't lift, unexplained discomfort, and sudden changes in her energy, started to build into something much harder to ignore. As a young wife and mother, Erin had always been known for her strength, her joyful spirit, and her ability to juggle the many responsibilities of family life. But gradually, even the simplest tasks began to feel overwhelming. The Bates family, so used to seeing Erin vibrant and full of life, started to notice differences before the medical community could put a name to what was happening. Her parents, Gil and Kelly Jo, have always been deeply involved in their children's lives, and they quickly realized that something wasn't right. Erin wasn't herself. She was growing weaker, and the sparkle in her usually cheerful demeanor seemed dimmed. Like many families of faith, the Bateses turned first to prayer. In moments of uncertainty, their instinct has always been to lean into their Christian values and trust that God would guide them through. Nightly prayers began to include Erin's name more often, and quiet conversations between siblings reflected a shared worry. Why weren't doctors finding answers? As Erin sought medical help, frustration grew. Early doctor visits often ended with inconclusive results, and her symptoms didn't seem to fit neatly into any single diagnosis. It was as if the pieces of the puzzle were scattered, but no one could figure out how they connected. For Erin, this only added to the emotional weight of what she was experiencing. Living with unexplained health struggles is often harder than receiving a definitive diagnosis because uncertainty creates both fear and isolation. Her parents remained her steady support system, reminding her that no matter how confusing the road became, she wasn't walking it alone. They had seen these kinds of storms before in different ways with their large family, and their faith, combined with their attentiveness, created a cushion of love and care around Erin as the journey began. But what no one could anticipate was just how long and complicated this battle would become, or how it would test not only Erin's body but also her spirit, her patience, and even the bonds within her family as they rallied to support her. Erin's health journey was far from straightforward. Early on, what seemed like minor symptoms quickly evolved into a confusing array of medical signs that left even experienced doctors scratching their heads. One diagnosis would seem to fit, only to be replaced by another as new tests came back or symptoms shifted. It was as if Erin's condition refused to be neatly categorized, and each new explanation brought only temporary clarity. Her parents described this period as emotionally exhausting. They felt the frustration of watching Erin struggle while the medical community remained uncertain. Every test, every specialist visit, seemed to end with more questions than answers. Fear and confusion were constant companions, and their anxiety was compounded by the sense that no one could provide a clear path forward. This medical uncertainty didn't just affect Erin, it reverberated through her daily life. The responsibility of maintaining family routines and appearances became increasingly difficult. Even public appearances, which once came easily, now carried a layer of stress and vulnerability. Erin had to navigate the delicate balance of staying strong for her family while confronting the unpredictable nature of her illness. The shifting diagnoses also took a toll on her mental well-being. The uncertainty made it hard to plan for the future, pursue personal goals, or fully enjoy everyday moments. For her family, the constant cycle of hope and disappointment created an emotional roller coaster that tested their faith, patience, and resilience. Through it all, the Bates family leaned heavily on one another, finding small moments of comfort amidst the turmoil. While the medical answers remained elusive, their unwavering support became Erin's anchor in a time of relentless uncertainty. Throughout Erin's health journey, her parents leaned heavily on their faith. Even in moments of fear and uncertainty, they found strength in prayer, trusting that God had a plan for their daughter. This faith was not blind. It was coupled with vigilance, ensuring Erin received medical care while holding on to hope. Her siblings and extended family played an equally vital role. Hospital visits, late-night support, and constant encouragement became the family's way of showing love. They stood as a protective network, helping Erin navigate the emotional and physical challenges of repeated hospitalizations and shifting diagnoses. The public also became a source of comfort. Fans of the Bates family reached out with heartfelt messages, prayers, and personal stories of their own medical struggles. Social media became a space where encouragement flowed freely, reminding Erin and her family that they were not alone. This openness about Erin's journey has struck a chord with many viewers. By sharing both the struggles and moments of hope, the Bates family has offered a sense of solidarity to those dealing with uncertainty, showing that faith, family, and community support can make even the most confusing medical journeys a little more bearable. Erin Bates' health journey has been a roller coaster of confusing and ever-changing diagnoses, leaving her family and medical professionals searching for answers at every turn. Through it all, her parents' testimonies provide a vivid picture of the mix of frustration, fear, and hope that comes with navigating such uncertain medical challenges. Their unwavering faith and steadfast support have been a guiding light for Erin, showing how resilience and family unity can sustain someone through even the most baffling health struggles. The story is far from over, as Erin and her family continue to face unknowns and challenges with courage. Erin Bates' parents detail her changing diagnoses that puzzle doctors, but through it all, faith, family, and perseverance remain at the heart of their story. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.